Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're doing something a little bit different. We are fast forwarding to a highly productive Tuesday in July 2026. This is a world where transformative tech is no longer science fiction, it is the literal everyday infrastructure running our world. So, you know how everyone's been talking nonstop about AI lately? You might be wondering what actually happens when that initial, breathless hype cycle finally ends. Well, our July 2026 snapshot offers a pretty definitive answer. And that answer is operational maturity. The era of wild speculation, it's officially over. We've moved past it, and it's been replaced entirely by disciplined execution and measurable productivity. Section 1. Welcome to July 2026, the shift to business value. Across the country, businesses are wrapping up another incredibly efficient midsummer workday. And corporate priorities? They've dramatically evolved. The tech sector's old obsession with endless experimentation is dead. In 2026, the only purchasing metric that really matters is measurable business value and disciplined execution. Concepts that used to absolutely dominate keynote stages, things like enterprise AI deployments, coding assistance, multimodal capabilities, and edge computing, are now just everyday background noise. They are quietly but fundamentally reshaping how software is built and how enterprises actually run. Section 2. The Great Infrastructure Build-Out, Powering the Future. To support all this digital maturity, we need serious hardware. The digital economy's physical footprint is just staggering. Semiconductors, data centers, cybersecurity, and grid modernization, these represent such a massive scale of capital spending that infrastructure is literally eating enterprise IT budgets whole. But here's the catch, and it's a big one. There is a critical bottleneck. AI data centers require immense, unbelievable amounts of power. This severely elevated electricity demand is forcing utilities to completely rewrite their long-term planning just to keep the servers running. Naturally, energy markets are rushing to meet this need. We are seeing a huge resurgence in renewed nuclear energy, rapid deployments of battery storage, and monumental transmission projects, alongside massive renewable energy investment. Grid resilience is basically the new gold rush. It all boils down to this idea. Enterprise AI continued maturing into essential business infrastructure. The sheer novelty is gone, right? Now the focus is purely on reliability, cloud capacity, and the cybersecurity required to lock it all down tight. Section 3. The 2026 Human Experience, Work, Science, and Culture. So how does this normalized technology actually change our daily lives? Well, for career success in 2026, the latter has completely changed. Continuous learning and AI skills acquisition are no longer optional. They are absolutely crucial. They're the only path to operational excellence. If you aren't AI proficient, you just aren't passing the skills-based hiring filters. Behind the scenes, AI is quietly acting as a super collider for science. It doesn't even dominate the daily news anymore, but we're seeing steady, incredible advances in NASA's Artemis planning, AI-assisted drug discovery, fusion energy research, and quantum computing. The future is truly compounding. Culturally speaking, that early fear of AI just completely replacing artists, it didn't pan out. Instead, technology is complementing creative expression. From independent musicians to digital publishers, AI tools are expanding human reach. They aren't stifling the human soul. Globally, human culture remains incredibly resilient. Despite geopolitical caution around ongoing Ukraine and Russia operations and some very necessary climate adaptation projects, international trade holds strong. And hey, summer cultural events, like the World Cup, still absolutely capture the world's undivided attention. So the defining vibe of 2026 can really be summed up in 3 simple phrases: steady investment, disciplined execution, and continued modernization across the U.S. economy. That is the new reality. Which leaves us with one critical question for you to ponder. Is your long-term planning reflecting the very real needs of this digital economy? I really hope this look into 2026 helps you evaluate your own readiness. Thanks so much for exploring this with me today.